Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today we're going to react to hip-hop samples. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
On November 25th, 2008, a YouTube channel called LUP-End88 uploaded the video Every Kanye Sample Ever. Without really knowing it at the time, this video would be very formative for me, my musical tastes, and my undying love for Kanye West. As the title suggests, this video is a compilation of the tracks that Kanye has sampled and the songs that he sampled them for. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, the Wikipedia definition explains things pretty well. In music, sampling is the reuse of a portion or sample of a sound recording in another recording. Samples may comprise elements such as rhythm, melody, speech, sounds, or entire bars of music, and may be layered, equalized, sped up, or slowed down, repitched, looped, or otherwise manipulated. To give you an example from Every Kanye Sample Ever, here's Daft Punk's song Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. And then here's how Kanye reused a portion of that sound recording to make the beat for his track stronger.
That's how long I've been on ya.
Sampling was, and probably still is, a bit controversial in the music world. The argument against sampling is, why doesn't Kanye just make his own beat from scratch?
As long as you do it right.
That's what Daft Punk did. And I really think this is just people trying to be mad at hip-hop in any way necessary. They're trying to discount the energy, time, and skill it takes to sample something because sampling is the basis for this entire genre. Is it impressive how classic rock musicians came up with some of the most iconic riffs ever from scratch? Yeah, of course it is, but throughout time, there's been a constant loop of inspiration flowing from older musicians to newer musicians, and back and forth, and so on. The argument against sampling doesn't make any sense to me because 99% of art is inspired by other art. So as long as the original creators are being properly compensated, what's the harm in Kanye making a beat out of a Daft Punk song, thus creating something entirely new? Oh, and P.S. Daft Punk sampled the core sound of Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. See what I mean? First we get Edwin Birdsong's 1979 funky pop song Cola Bottle Baby, then Daft Punk take that and flip it into their 2001 classic house track Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, and then Kanye turns that into his 2007 stadium hip-hop anthem, Stronger. So, in this video, I'm gonna tell you about some of my favorite rap samples ever. I'll show you the original song, and then reveal how a producer flipped it. These are just the first ones that came to mind for me. I'd love to see some samples that you love down below, and for anyone that's going to complain about semantics in the comments, I'm just putting interpolations and samples on the same playing field for the purpose of this video. Here's an easy place to start. Let's talk about a few samples where a riff from a different genre is taken pretty much in its entirety, and it soon becomes the key to a perfect hip-hop instrumental. This is the straightforward example, where peanut butter and jelly come together. Something like Bruce Hornsby and the Range's The Way It Is.
That's just the way it is.
Tupac.
And how it became Tupac's Changes thanks to producer Big D the Impossible.
That's just the way it is.
This is the sort of example where it's a match made in heaven to begin with. The Way It Is was a song that had the exact vibe that Tupac was looking for. There was no need to manipulate or switch anything. Bruce Hornsby's melodies and lyrics already gave off the ideal feeling to be the backdrop for Changes. Another obvious one is the song It's a Hard Knock Life from the musical Annie. And how it became the titular track of Jay-Z's album
Yes, I know Culturalist Theory put out another Jay-Z video. We're gonna do that one on Monday.
Hard Knock Life thanks to DJ Mark the 45 King. This is an example that production-wise is just as direct, where the original melodies and some lyrics are lifted in their entirety, but on paper, the connection between these two musicians and these two are a little more unique. Instead of peanut butter and jelly, this sample is like dipping a French fry in a milkshake. It might seem weird, but when you take a closer look, it makes perfect sense. The genius of this song is within that juxtaposition. Little Orphan Spliffin' Annie and Jay-Z may appear to be different, but they share an underlying theme: struggle. They had to fight for everything, and their eventual successes felt even greater because, well, it's a hard knock life. Other examples I'd put in this category would be Lou Reed's Walk on the Wild Side.
Oh, okay. Can I kick it? Yes,
And
you
A
can.
Tribe Called Quest turning that iconic bass line into the instrumental for Can I Kick It? Or maybe Link Ray and his Raymen and their song Rumble. And how Andy Morin and Zach Hill of Death Grips turned it into Spread Eagle Cross the Block. One of my favorite examples of two worlds colliding is Steely Dan's Black Cow. And how it eventually became MF Doom's Gas Draws.
By the
No,
way,
listen,
I
listen.
re-up on bad dreams, back up screams in 50s, be up on mad
Listen to
schemes.
it.
A solo
I don't
from
like
Tom
boom bap
Scott's
rap.
track
Sorry.
Today would eventually become one of the most memorable instrumentals in hip-hop history
NBA Street Volume 2.
when Pete Rock and CL Smooth flipped it into They Reminisce Over You.
When they reminisce over you, my God.
And then going along this same wavelength of direct, straightforward samples, I want to shift a little bit into examples of pretty much an entire song getting chopped up and morphed into a rap beat. A couple of mind-blowing examples in this category are this song by the 70s French jazz fusion band Cortex, and how it became MF Doom's One Beer thanks to Madlib.
I don't listen to this boom bap rap shit, bro. You gotta chill with the boom bap rap, bro.
And Tyler the Creator's Odd Toddlers,
Fabulous. Stussy G shock with my custom pair of 3D glasses. I suffer from
and Harvest Moon by Suicide Boys thanks to Bud Dwyer.
Just a young gift walking with a limp. R.I.P. the pimp, sipping dip, taking.
Then we can look at the very pretty Just For Now by Imogen Heap,
How did you know? It's what I always wanted.
and how it was manipulated into the equally pretty but probably more ominous I'm God by Clams Casino.
Ooh.
Willie Hutch's I Choose You is a groovy, moving soul song,
Classic. Until 3-6,
which DJ Paul
DJ
and Juicy J sampled, and it eventually became UGK's International Players Anthem, one of the best rap songs ever
Master
made.
Chief. You started off with Bun B. You supposed to start off with Pimp C, bro.
Before
If
we
not
move
Pimp
on
C,
to my
then you
last
do Andre
little
3000.
subcategory, another great case of two worlds colliding is Oliver James by Fleet Foxes.
On the way to your brother's house in
And how bits and pieces of this beautiful indie folk song get transformed into Travis Scott's trippy, atmospheric Hell of a Night.
our first kiss in the living room. That's a hell of a way.
Now I want to talk a little bit about the etc. category, the samples that are jaw-dropping in one way or another, but mainly because these producers take one tiny portion of the original song, and when they sample it, it either sounds completely different, or its importance to the structure of the new song is shocking, and so on and so on. My Romance was a song by the jazz vocal group The Singers Unlimited. And who knew that just a few seconds of that 1994 song would help yield one of the most emotional moments on Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City on Sing About Me.
Tired of running, tired of hunting, my own kind, but retiring.
Then you have this microscopic section of Grandma's Hands by Bill Withers that basically becomes the entire beat behind another all-time great hip-hop song, No Diggity
No
by
Diggity.
Blackstreet.
It's going down, fades of black street.
Yeah.
The homies got at me, collab creations.
They don't get their love,
I
bro.
promise I'm not making this up. This is a perfect example of how far sampling can go. Here's a clip of the Williams sisters playing tennis. And here's how Death Grips added that grunting to System Blower.
System blower, system over.
And
That shit
my
sounds
personal
terrible.
favorite example of sampling ever is on GZA's masterpiece of an album, Liquid Swords.
Oh, yeah,
I love this
RZA
thing dearly,
definitely.
and if there's one thing I know Wu-Tang loves, it's martial arts / samurai
Yeah,
movies.
Wu-Tang,
This album
RZA.
features a lot of snippets from the 1980 film Shogun Assassin. For the intro on the song Fourth Chamber, we get the following piece of dialogue.
Choose the sword, and you will join me.
It's this eerie, extremely theatrical situation. This baby's mother was killed, now the father is giving him a choice. If he crawls to the sword, he will join his father on the road to vengeance, and if he chooses the ball, the baby will have to go and be with his mother. Yeah, it's a sample that blends in seamlessly with the themes and the general mood of the song. Danger, life, choices, wisdom, etc. RZA delivers with one of the best instrumentals I've ever heard. And now that I've given some examples for different types of sampling, whether it be an entire song getting chopped up, or just a riff, or maybe a small piece of a song that becomes the entire instrumental of a new one, let's go back to the reason why I'm making this. In chronological order, here are some of my favorite samples and interpolations on Kanye songs.
Greatest instrumental ever created. I don't care what nobody say. This has to be number one. This has to be number one. This gotta be in the top 10. I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. Oh man, that's a good one too.
To the glory, I can't stand it, no, yeah. The system broken and schools closed. And I'm not dying, I can't lose, I can't lose. Yes.
I'm trying to
Be sure to drop a comment with your favorite samples down below. Thank you for suggesting this video idea, and thanks for watching. Hey, thank you
Alrighty.
for watching this video. If you want to support the channel, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright, that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, peace out.